This is a picture from a game I lost against China in the World Championship.
None of this is working for some reason. Sorry, let me just play a move real quick.
Yeah, you gotta play within a minute. Oh, and you have to say hi here, otherwise they take away some
Oh, right.
points. I forgot about that.
Well, this is likely not ranked anyway, or it might be. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it's ranked. But maybe they deduct 50 points for not being polite anyway.
Yeah, they probably would.
Double sun and say, yeah, that helps. So, I can't hear you at all on Skype.
Oh, you
Okay,
can't
now
hear
I
me?
do. You are probably silent.
Okay, sorry.
Because I stopped I just paused your Twitch, so I don't hear you with a delay or should be fine now.
Right.
Phew, I played a lot of ping pong earlier and it's so hot. It's like plus 32 and they don't have air conditioning in that place. It's amazing.
Oh, the double approach. Okay.
Yeah, good luck. Don't die in the corner.
Sorry, for some reason my settings are all borked. It's not doing my display capture today, so I'm a little distracted by that.
Oh, okay. But it looks good. I see the board. It's fine. Well, our plan is not to sandbag. It's to play, to try to correct Daniel's play in real time against somebody his own strength. But unfortunately for his opponents, they die big. That's the only problem.
Yeah, Ginku, some people
Yeah,
feel that it really matters. We had a viewer last week that
yeah.
got very upset about it. So
But if you play a free game, then nobody is hurt, so it's okay.
yep.
Well. That's an empty triangle. You shouldn't play
I know,
anything.
yeah.
But now it's too late. We don't undo here.
That's fine. I played it thoughtlessly. Okay, I'm here now.
All
I
right.
fixed the things good enough. So all right. Which side? I guess it's a symmetrical position.
Pretty much.
So. Mm, let's do this side though.
Okay. Are you watching any of the World Cup soccer? What they play? Not much.
I have not been, no.
Ha. A secret 5Q account. I don't have any secrets accounts. I used to, but they were all strong accounts. Don't die in any corner. So far I got like 2 corners. Okay. Now let's slide and make a base here. A very peaceful game.
So far. Yeah.
Well, I'm not a 7 dan yet on Taichem, but it's coming. Tomorrow maybe. I need 4 more games on that account. On Fox I became 8 down, but it's difficult. I won 2 and lost 3. And then I didn't feel like playing. But on Taichem 8 down it's okay. Easy to achieve. How about I slide here? Threatening to connect under. Feels like I'm crawling everywhere. This bump works only when I cannot play the Nobi here. Because now if you cut me S9, I will cut you back R9 and you die.
Right.
Peyton is a solid 5 down on tie gem these days.
Yeah, he is.
Not bad. So this move is almost center. Let me try an invasion here. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, Peyton's kind of an anomaly. He went from, gosh, I think he was around 8Q last December.
Whoa. To 5
to
down?
5 done. Yeah,
Wow,
now.
that's impressive.
Yeah, I know, right? He can't seem to manage to get past 1Q on IGS, though.
Oh,
So.
interesting.
Yep. He has some airbagger accounts on IGS, so like that means he plays as a 6 dan, but he's not one, of course.
And if you start an account as a 4 down, for example, he'll still go down to 1Q, or he'll move up to 5 or 6.
Yeah, he started one as a 3 dan, and that dropped to about 1Q.
Uh-huh.
And so he started a new one. I'm not sure.
I see.
He says he's lost all of his games so far.
That's a bit strange. Well, I think Q players on IGS are pretty tough around mid Q level, like your level from 7Q to like 3 or 4Q. And then it should get better. I mean that if you set up an account on KGS, probably you'll go up to like 3, 4Q, no? But I saw the other day you lost to some 8 or 9Q, what it was, when you were streaming also. But that was a one game. Somehow you just gave it away. You threw that away.
They promoted me to 5Q on KGS, and I find the 5Qs there are pretty easy to win against. But my friends at Go Club play on KGS a lot, so I might be very used to the style too.
I think they tend to overplay more than the Japanese players who play here around 6 or 7Q. So let me try something. Oh, I don't think I can trick you with that cheap trick. Yeah, it doesn't work, huh? I guess it won't. So let's make some life. Very peaceful game so far. Yeah, the plan was to go out here and try that crane nest, but it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
let's just make life and it's fine. Probably because here you're playing more Japanese players and they tend to play a bit more clean. Their style, it's usually more elegant. Fox and Taijim, they really overplay a lot. Ooh.
Although I'm kind of hit and miss on Fox right now. Like I'll win by a large margin and then I'll just get crushed by like a 9Q or something. I guess that's the way.
They fight a lot.
Yeah, they do. They do. And because of that, they're really, really good at reading the fights.
Well, even if they're not better at reading, when they overplay and you don't punish them, they take an advantage, so it's hard to come back. Recently, I checked Sumego on W Baduk. They have a section with Go problems. And if you look at the problems, actually, I keep making collections of 10 problems from 14q to 10q level, then from 9q to 6q. And some of those problems are way more difficult than 6q, for example. I can send you a few to have a look. They
Sure.
are quite challenging. So what happens here? Nothing died. I gotta run. Yeah, they have plenty for all levels. I think if you push and cut, you can capture 2 stones here. But that just feels so gote for me to protect.
Right.
And for you to take also. Yeah, you should study at least 10 problems a week. To recognize those shapes.
I do Tsumego Pro daily pretty much. So.
That's good. So now my plan is to attack your f10 and to attack this h5. Let's start with a move like this. Between 12 and 14q, I think you can start lessons when you feel a bit stuck in your improving. If you think you can still improve real quick by just playing and reading a little bit of basic techniques, then you don't have to worry about lessons yet. But when you feel stuck, many people usually get into the route around 10q levels, so they have lessons to pass through and try to become like 4 or 5q much faster. Then some people just want lessons to become a dumb player, and other people are dumb players that they want to be 5 or 6 down. So there are all kind of psychological barriers in a Go player's career, more or less. So you're running out with this group. But let's see what happens in the top left corner. Chuchikun life for that is not bad. And let's cut some stones. And make a life. Or take a life. Alpha Tsumego? There is an app like that? It's the first time I hear about it. So that
yeah, the AlphaGo app has created a random Tsumego generator, apparently.
I'll have a look. Yeah, you gotta take that stone to stay alive. So what to kill? Nothing. Pom pom. It's a battle of empty triangle, this game. Actually, Daniel is just fighting for his life everywhere. This is sneaky. Attack, sacrifice, cut, oh la la.
It doesn't work for me though, does it?
It does, but you lose points. You can push F2 and cut and Atari F4 then connect. And it's some sort of trade. It's possible.
But it loses points.
It loses a few points on the bottom, but you connect in the middle and maybe catch those F5 stones.
Gotcha.
It's possible to play this kind of fight.
I was trying to figure out why my intuition wanted to do this, so...
Yeah, if you start E2 and you don't continue like this, then it's... you better don't sacrifice. It's pretty much forced.
Then just connect. Okay.
So, seems connected.
It solves a couple problems for me.
Exactly. But let's see, if I push is nothing, if I turn you don't care. Ah, nothing to catch. You're not like those 5 down on Taichem who dial over. You played too cautious. So...
Well, I've been working on more solid play so I can have more interesting fights.
It's good.
In the long run. So I don't know if it's working yet, but the Go Club people mentioned it as well, that I was playing really, really solid.
No mass murder.
So
I'm trying to recover from the table tennis match. I play a gentle game today. Trying to win by 2 points. Or half a point. That's always difficult. So that can kill one stone. Or maybe not. But that's the way to play. Stay solid everywhere first. And then attack your opponent and eventually kill something. That's big. But Kema can be cut at the waist. I cut without thinking. Now I have 2 options. I can go out or Atari and Atari. What to choose? Some sacrifice? And squeeze. Then push. Interesting variation.
Oh, I forgot about the Atari H8.
Yeah.
Whoops. So what's my best option then?
You're in Atari, you have to go out.
Yeah. So. Alright, but I can still connect back here.
That's true. But you really had to invest a lot to capture this guy in the middle. And now, can I kill everything? Can I peep just like that? I mean, surround you in a net? Let's try. Let's try a little something here.
Push and you
Hunter hunted.
Cut.
Push and cut where?
It's gotta be here, I think.
So if I hane, you hane, Atari, zack. Ooh, a lot to read. I have to Nobi first. It doesn't work to hane directly. Hane, it's coming next. Anyway, my group could just connect under at H2. This K2-1. So I'm not afraid of dying with that.
H2, oh
yeah,
I see
H2 I just link. In case I lose my eyes or my connection to the right side. But now we have a target here. Let's see how you survive. Skippy, hey. Okay, so push and cut and Atari, ayaya. Black is trying hard to escape, I see.
Alright, this is as far as I read. Oh jeez.
So far so good?
Yeah, it's working question mark.
Right. We'll see.
Push.
Tsumego etymology. Atari, I have to answer. I think you'll escape. But painful. No begin. If I cut, you just leather and that's it.
And now I have to protect.
Protect somehow. Hang on.
I think I can Nobi while
Oh, that's greedy.
oh, it doesn't work at
Two
all.
more liberties left. Ouch.
Yep. Whoops.
Yeah. It happened like
I
those games on Fox.
Yep. Yeah, I had to just connect. I think. This is probably resign worthy now, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can open this in review mode real quick.
Yep, I'll just resign real quick.
Thank you. I think white is looking good already, even if you scale with everything. Because if you look all over the board, you had like 5-6 points in the top left, like 6-7 points in the top right, about 10 points low right, and 10 points on the left. So probably less than 40 points all over the board. So too peaceful somehow. Let me see. Home, start review, just a second. Last game. Okay. Do you get an invite to the game?
Yep, I sure did. It's up on screen.
Okay, let's pull the chords. So you pincer. Well, first of all, you don't have to pincer. You have to stun and say you already look good. So you can just, well, it's not wrong to pincer, but you could just play another R14. And then if I extend in the top, you take the last big point on the board. It's always nice to play to make another stun and say like this. And in the top, you can evade either H17 or M17. So when I defend one, for example, if I jump here, you can invade the other side. So it still works. But okay, playing the pincer, it's not bad. It's a bit more aggressive, but it's playable. Then you play the attach, I hane, you cut, I attach, and now you gotta play the vital point, which is P17. Because if you play P17, you already captured that stone, and I still need to play R17 to fix my corner. And now you don't have to play anything. You can just, you're sent already, so you can play somewhere else again. Or you can kick once, and then take away the extension. This is very severe to attack my top left corner. So here you kind of lost tempo. You play this move, but you were distracted to arrange the stream picture and everything. And now you could play Atari here instead of playing Q17, which is an empty triangle. Also, you can go down Q18, but you don't have to play anything. Because if you play somewhere else, and I go out with this guy, you can still capture the top stone, either with Atari or Q18. And if I try to save the top stone with Kosumi like this, you can ladder the other one. So you're fine anyway. It's just that I'm going to have a little more profit in the top right corner by playing another move at P18. But in the meantime, you also got a big point somewhere else playing K4. So playing Q17 was a little slack. So I invaded here, you attack from this side, invade, defend, jump. If you play this kind of move, I can still try H2 to connect under. So when you want to play with Fighting Spirit, you gotta play Kosumi, J4. When you play J4 and I try to connect under, it doesn't work anymore. Because when you play this move, G2 and capture, if I go Atari here, you can connect. But if you play the jump, and we have the same kind of sequence, so if I try H2 and you cut me, when I cut here, you go Atari, then I play this, and I push. So it's a little different. Now you get your H5 separated from the bottom group. Well, you can still play this move, then Atari, then here, then descent. You will kill these guys. Or you can even play one Atari or Nobi. And then capture. It's possible. But still, there is Agi at H2. Anyway, the most common variation is to go San. But actually, well, it's fine to play J4. And when white plays J4, you're center. So you play some whatever you want. Like R5 is big, or attach, or pincer directly in the top. Yeah, that pip, it's a common combination. Against this h2, you play the peep, and then white plays here, and then you separate. But anyway, I'm not going to play h2 right away. It's just that if I really need to, and I can discard my f5 stone, I will use it. Because in the meantime, I take the corner, and it's fine. And normally, when you play the Kosumi here, if I take the corner, next you push on top at k4, and it's much easier to capture k3 like that. But in the actual game, you play the jump, then I play here, and even if you play another move, like you did this one, I think, or something here, it's still easy for white to use that k3 and go out. But yeah, that's good to remember, that g4 against h2. That's a nice move to counter the h2 move. But in this case, it's better to play j4. So you jump. So far, we can say this move was questionable because it forced you into the empty triangle in the top and jumping here instead of Kosumi. These two moves. Then you block. The block, it's a little bit slack right now, but playing this block, later you can play the variation like it happened in the game with b3 and Atari and that e2 and everything to connect. But right now it's a little bit slack because it's more interesting to play e17. If I play on the left side, b5, you don't get so much. You can either block once and let me go out and then sacrifice one stone and then continue the top. You're welcome, Nutlers. Or you play this move and this and block and Hane and then protect like this or like this. Okay. So on the left side, it's really not that big to block c4 at this early stage of the game. But later it's quite okay, like between middle game and Yose stage. Right now you have to look for points like enclosing a corner here or attacking my top corner. I like h17 also because white has to play this, and then there are several josekis. Either connect e16 or go down e18. Oh, hang on a second. So, this move, then Atari. What you play next as black? To fix the shape.
Probably b15.
No, in the top left corner you don't have to play anymore because white is already alive, but you need to fix that top, I mean the outside thickness, and try to capture those e16 and f17 stone.
Oh, okay.
And instead of playing a double Atari, which still allows white to go out with one of the stones, you gotta play a move to capture in a net, which is g15. Because if I try to escape like this, you just take away a liberty and it's a net. So at this stage, it's better to play something in the top to attack the weak stone, or something on the right side if you want to play a peaceful game and just try to grab more territory.
Gotcha.
Playing c4, it's so-so. It allows me to play the slide and extend, so I have another base. Then you play it here, and I enter the corner. Actually, it's still bigger to play like this. Because when you play this Kosumi, you already have a nice extension here, this Ogema, and you already have the middle side extension on the right side, so it's like a double wing formation. And my stone at k3 is still kind of weak. So if I jump out, now you can do this. And instead of playing of the Hane and sacrifice 2 stones, you can just wedge. And after you wedge, you play f2. What can white do? Try a move.
Oh yeah, probably white can just take, but then they're cut off,
yeah.
Right?
And if white plays here, like this, you will play Atari. Then white captures. Then you pull back. Then white has to live in the corner. Phew, this is too painful. And when black connects here, white has to run with the 4 stones, and the other 2 are in trouble. So there is so much agi there. At least you could use that c4 to try to activate the agi of h3, h5. So what happened in the game? You turn, I enter the corner. This is a joseki, Instead of playing this, you can kick first R9 or play S9 to put some pressure on this group. Then if I answer, you can also play R12 if you just need to, or you want to protect Q10. Or play something like this to go for outside influence. But you're not going to build too much in that area. Anyway, when you play this move, I was happy to slide, so you don't really have an attack on my group. And playing the bump doesn't do much. And now even if you play S12, I'm already, I have enough space for twice, so I'm center level.
Yep.
Attaching here was okay. If I try to cut, I guess you'll cut. When Atari, you go out. Then I have to descend to make life. So it doesn't really help me to separate her. That's why later in the game I just played R13. Whoa. Doggy didn't like this Joseki. Hang on a second. So, when I invaded here, you can just protect like this, C10, and then I'm forced to jump out, and then you can attach and Nobi. So like this, your top left corner is safe, but you're actually looking to weaken the top group and also attack my E12. So I'll jump again, then maybe you play here once. If I block, you have Atari and ladder. But if the ladder doesn't work right away, you probably play something like this first to set up a ladder breaker and then start the ladder. And even if the ladder doesn't work, you can play Atari once and then connect. And I'm in trouble because I have no, I'm almost dying in the top, no liberties here. And it's hard to connect under, and if I turn, you just go out, so it's a collapse for white if this happens. So I cannot really block. When you play this move, I have to go down, and then you can turn, or you can play a peep. And this kind of Tesuji, and then drive like that. Push 2 times, sacrifice a stone, and target those 4 stones. Jump out. So I'm on the run, and I'm too busy to build territory like it happened in the game. In the game, I just took away the left side in a few moves. So it was probably difficult for black to build much. Yeah, I was thinking to play something like Nobi, but it's not really center. You can just descend, and if I play this move, you probably see that I want to capture at E10, and you double up, and now it's difficult for my group to go out. So I may die inside. This is too much. Probably for a double-digit Q, it's interesting to see this kind of capture, which is the crane nest shape. So if white, if black plays something like this, white will just play here in between the. That's Dametsumari or shortage of liberties. Easy capture, right? So yeah, I had to Atari, then make some eye shape. You took the stone. You can also capture this stone by playing here. Because if I try to go out and you Hane, I'm already in a net. Because you already have F10 in place, so I'm doomed. But playing Atari here, it's okay. And when I go E6, you gotta take. Then I push once to expand my eye shape. If I don't push here and you block B14, then you can also play B11 and take away my eyes, so it doesn't look so good. And after the push at B14, I can use D14 clamp. So that help. When I play this move, you should just play N4. Because if I Nobi out like that, now you turn, and I'm forced to play an empty triangle, and then you play this bump. And then I have to play K2 or K4, and now you can use this variation where you connect.
I see.
But again, it's more interesting to play the wedge, so you don't lose 2 stones. And now if I play here, you don't have to sacrifice any stone, you just connect like that. And you separate that guy in the middle. And if I go Atari, you start the variation with a clamp, and Atari, and pull back, and force me leave small in the corner, and then add another stone and kill that Ponuki.
Gotcha.
It said that Ponuki it's worth 30 points, but when it's surrounded like this, it's actually minus how many? All. Minus 10.
Yeah.
So that's the way to make some shape. But if you're going to play the push N4, I think I have to play this kind of move to try to make some shape. And if you play the Hane, I'm forced to play an empty triangle. Then you go down. Then I block here. Then you can bump. Then I should go out. You can push once. Because after this push, you have Hane and separate me on the right side. And I don't have time to play here. I'm too busy in the middle. You're going to chase me like that, and it's painful. So I have to run out. It's more urgent. Then you go Hane. And if I Hane, you play Atari. And now if I answer this Atari, I'm in trouble again. Because I have to leave. So when this happens, I gotta make a painful life of this kind. And then again, you continue chasing the outside groups because you're strong enough to attack everything. Also, it's enough for you to block here and go down, and you probably kill those 3 stones on the right side. So what I have to do when you Hane is to give you the 2 stones. So pull back, let you have them, and then jump again. I don't have time to save everything. It's not like Bruce Willis in Die Hard. Sometimes you gotta die.
I'm starting to see a thing I'm missing. Like you're talking about combinations of sequences.
Right.
Like because I started going from single moves to sequences, but I'm not yet thinking about combinations of sequences and how they work together.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta start the fight on the left that has some impact on the right, and or attack the east to kill the west, things like that. Yeah. Okay. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good you notice that. So next games you will crush the 6Qs because they're not thinking about that either. Don't worry. All right. So what happened? You push here.
Yeah, and then I.
Oh. And I got yeah, but here you gotta take right away, because if I play another move, you're not going to play d6, right? And it's a false eye. Yeah. And if you play this one and I go d6 and you capture the stone, now you have clear eye shape. So you don't have to allow another forcing move. Okay. So then you start to run out here. You fix that group. Almost died. Ah, good. It's alive. Actually, it's alive either way, but I can connect that stone in center. So if you jump again here and I play this move, now you can go in the 2-2 point and the group is alive. It's just that I can save e18 in center. So it's rather painful. But what happened in the middle? Let me see. Yeah, save every soldier, right? Oh yeah, so you had this variation, you connect it. But now because you sacrifice those 2 stones, and I got the stone at G2, it's easy for me to connect at J2. And even after you play J2 and I block K2, I can still link under at H2. So like this, I have some insurance for my M3 group that even if it gets surrounded in the middle, I can link it under. So it's a sequence with plus and minus. Okay, I could go out, but it felt more interesting to push like that. Actually, here I was thinking just to go down. And if you Atari, I push once. No, this push I don't need. I can leave it. But it felt good to play Atari and Atari and Atari again. So how it was? Yeah, Atari, all forced, Atari again. Actually, this move doesn't really work. You can play which jump? Puck. You can start with this jump. And if I push and gut, but I probably won't.
Oh, then I can
yeah, you Atari like this several times. And after you go out here, I have to pay attention because if I don't link under at H2, my group may die. Because you have this move. So I got no ice. And when you separate, I can't really kill your group. You can still push an Atari, and escape. Like that.
Oh.
So I die with everything on the bottom. But there's a lot to read, huh?
Yeah,
That's
that's a lot
3.
farther than I can see.
But actually, it's all forced. Well, when you play this move, I might play here, but then you connect, and if I hane, you will also hane. And if I nobi, now you can try another jump. Because again, it's the same kind of thing. Push, cut, Atari, and then Dametsumari. So you have Atari here, and you connect, and you're out eventually. I couldn't catch this group. It was the only sequence where I could kill you was the one we played in the game where you let me kill you.
Yeah.
That was too hopeful. So yeah,
Yeah, it was.
push and cut, Atari, Atari. But now if you just connect, I also have to connect. And then you can push, you can peep one time. But you don't even have to go out too many times. You can just make eyes like this. It's alive already. You have one eye at Kate, and you make another eye at J12.
Gotcha.
And then I need to protect somehow. I gotta take one stone in a net, or I have to take the other 2 stones somehow. Probably turn and try to catch them. But if this happens, you're losing the game anyway, because now your stones on the right side are not in a very good shape. All those stones in the middle. So in the end, you end up with a few points in the top left, a few points in the top, 3 points in the middle, 5, 6 points on the left, and another 10 points in the lower right. Well, on the right side, if you have the chance, at some point in the game, let's say I finish Gote here, you can push and then cut like this. And if I become too ambitious and I try to resist, you have Atari, and then you push and you kill these 2 stones, which is nice. And you can go down in center, then you protect here, I have to link, or you cut the other way, and yeah, that's even better. So anyway, you could use those cuts to make a few points, but that's just endgame.
Right.
All right.
And I'm already far behind.
Yeah. So. Let me see how you play a Fuseki. Try to make it a free game. And
okay.
I try not to tell you too many moves. Just some hints.
Okay.
I just show you where to look on the board.
Okay, let's,
and you tell me the coordinates, yeah.
Turn that off.
So next time 7 handicap. We go up one handicap per game, per win or loss.
Every
yeah,
time
exactly.
I lose.
When you start winning, we go down.
Okay. Oh, it's taking some time. I had about 30 requests for a game in the time you were talking about the last game. No. Oh, here we go.
Observe. So you're playing white, and you're playing against 8Q plus.
Yep.
Hoshi, yeah. All right, now you already have options to consider.
Yeah. Actually, approaching the top right 3/4 looks really appealing to me. I can just respond to black too.
Yeah, respond to C14, pincer H17, or approach P16, P17. These are the most common moves.
I think I'll just approach.
9 handicap would be easy for you, I guess. But never know.
Well, I mean, there's quite a difference in our ranks. So.
All right, wait a second. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So far, so good.
Yeah.
Ha. He didn't let you play your ideal K17. But he didn't finish the top right Joseki, so how to punish that?
So I might as well attach at R15.
R15, yeah, that's good.
Yep.
So far, I didn't tell you any move. We're not reported yet. I hope. You could play a better move. Let's don't encourage them.
Let's not encourage people to do that.
Right.
Okay, this is what I normally play in this situation.
Yeah, but he could punish you here. He could play Q16. Instead of playing Nobi R14, you had to play Q16. Now he didn't play Q16, so you still have time to play it. Because it's like you're playing that move to bait him go Atari, so you can Atari and take those stones in the top.
Gotcha.
Now what?
I can either play the shape point, it's a little bit slow, or I can play R13.
Shape point, it's R12, you mean? The jump?
P14?
Yeah,
R12
that's a
is the shape
little
point.
bit slow indeed. You gotta play R13, R12. Jump is good, one or the other.
Okay.
Play.
Yeah, I would normally play like R13.
But the jump is fine because
we'll
even
try
if he plays
R12.
R13 and you go Atari and connect, he just puts you ahead a little bit and you're much stronger that way. So it's good. He's pretty low, but with that J17, he's actually taking away your influence more or less. So it's not that terrible for black. It's playable.
Mm-hmm.
I will be reported that I show you some moves that you already know.
Oh, well, the person that had an issue last week, he had an issue with several other streamers about different things.
Okay.
So I think he was just looking for something to be upset about, to be honest.
Yeah, there are people
There's
like
people like that in the world.
So what are the options here? That's a good move actually for black.
Yeah, I can play E15 to keep them separated.
And Batman? What's Batman? FBI. Okay, that's good.
E15 to keep them separated. I can try kicking, but it doesn't really help me.
Which one to keep him separated?
E15.
Yeah, or one of you could also try one of the attaches like F16 or D14. But it's okay to play E15. Okay. Let him jump in the corner, and then you're center, and you play whatever you want.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not afraid of being banned from IGS. Anyway, I rarely use IGS these days. And I used to be banned long time ago, back in 2000. The reason I was banned from IGS in 2000 for a couple of months was that I mentioned a Korean server while playing on IGS.
Oh dear.
There was a new server called Dashan, something like that. I think it's dead now. Yeah, this move, or R5. And it was similar to TyGem in that time. Probably TyGem didn't even existed yet. Anyway, I just talked to some friends of mine about that Korean server in a private chat, and they kicked me out. They said I'm not supposed to advertise any other server on IGS. And I was like, ouch.
That kind of makes sense, though. But it's weird that on private chat, they would have an issue with that.
I've been monitored. Now, wait a moment. Normal Joseki it's Q6 or Q7. But I think if you play one of those, yeah, he...
Will pincer again.
No, he won't jump inside because it's too difficult. But you can try something fancy. Like, you should guess the move.
Oh, something fancy. Uh-oh. We could try
for
like
outside influence. Yeah, 06 or even N6. But 06 is good enough.
Yeah, I've seen this one before.
You've seen those moves?
Yep. I learned this one in a correspondence game I was playing a few months ago. I learned all my Joseki from playing correspondence and looking them up.
Correspondence games on OGS?
On Dragon Go server,
DGS,
actually.
Okay. That still exists?
Yeah, it still exists. I'm like a 3 or 4 Q on there. I got there very, very fast. I haven't played many games lately. I'd probably be stronger if I did. I mean, stronger on the server. But I basically had like a 30 game winning streak from 11Q. Like while I was an 11Q on IGS, I went up to 4Q on DGS. It's amazing how like working things out and figuring them out on the analyze tool makes you a lot stronger.
I see Zen 9P, it's playing on IGS. I tried to challenge this bot several times. I think it's a bot, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's Deep Zen. and I have no idea how to get the game with that program or AI.
So why is 06 better than like the normal? Is it just because it works with our wall on the top?
Yeah, it works pretty nice with R12. Well, if you play
Okay.
Q6, it's also okay, because you probably don't have, or Q7, you don't extend to the right side. You already have R12. But playing
Okay.
06 is nice because next you can go 03. So you have some kind of follow-up
Yeah.
to work with your Moyo plan. And also from E15, you can play a move, a D13, a Keima, and then all your stones are somewhat facing the center. So you're trying to
Gotcha.
play a cosmic style game like Takemi Yamasaki. And 06 feels to be okay in this kind of picture. Well, that's a good Hane.
So
Normally,
now I
just
extend,
extend,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
And he'll probably push again. But then the right side, anyway, it's not interesting. So if he enters R10, maybe he even dies inside. And you got a Nobi again. But still, at some point when you
Okay.
surround his corner at 03, he'll build something like 15 points in that corner, but you have all the potential in the middle.
Gotcha.
06, Q5, R, Q5, yeah. Well, this is a kind of shape you play in a occasionally or in a situational position, not all the time. And this is the position where I felt it looks good. So like this, you don't play the same Joseki move on and on. Oh, he
Right,
even
exactly.
answered. So now you can play somewhere else. Now, when you have this shape in the top left corner, E15, it's usually bad to block at C16 or D17 because you don't have the middle side extension. So in this case, it's
Right.
more interesting to play a move like D13 or a jump like E12. You're just looking for the outside.
Okay.
And D13 makes sense because on the left side, you have a lot of open space that you want to take advantage of. In the top,
Gotcha.
you already got 2 stones, so it's a bit difficult to do something there. Maybe you can put more pressure later on with G16 and attach I16. But right now, you try to develop the open space.
Do we still have the option later of attaching at P3?
No, it doesn't do much because
No, it's
if you
not
play
good. Okay.
P3, he will cut. Then you cut Q4. He goes Atari P5, and
Oh,
then
I
when he
see.
goes O3, even if you play R3 and you Nobi in the corner, you're not going to kill him. So there is some magic, but you need to approach L3 first and then jump O3. Oh, he answered that way.
I see.
So in this case, I don't quite understand how O6 works locally. Well, O6 works towards the center. So if you look on the right side, you see a potential for 30 points territory. And later in the game, maybe in like 20 or 30 moves, you will see how O6 can make a lot in the middle. But right now, I think you gotta play C13. He had to block D17 instead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got it. That makes sense.
And if he plays
And then,
D17 now, you don't care. You already play those few forcing moves there to get a little more thickness towards the center. It's not easy to understand moves like O6, especially when you're a Q player. You see he answered, and now you can play once at G16. I think he'll answer because he wants all that territory to be connected.
G number 16. Got it. Ah, I see the shoulder hit. Okay. And we're kind of treating those 2 stones
Yeah,
at
they are very light.
D16
You
pretty
you can
lightly.
lose D16 at any point because you already played. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now also attach at J16. It's interesting.
Okay.
Because
Just kind of the
yeah,
standard shoulder hit and jump. Got
if
it.
you don't play anything there, when he goes H16, it's a tiger mount and it's hard to block. So all those stones connected to the right side, more or less. Or maybe not so easy to connect, but let's see here. Can you Nobi Hane what?
So I was looking at wedging to create a cutting point,
The
but
thing
I
is,
think
if
black just gets
yeah, if you
stronger that
wedge
way.
and he
Yeah.
goes Atari and then he connects K17, you're not going to cut him. But what if you
Right.
just
Right.
play K15 Hane and let him Atari?
Oh, the
Yeah,
Hane.
play the Hane. And even if he goes Atari, you connect. And when he pushes you Hane, then you cut. You can even sacrifice a couple of stones to make the wall. Oh, he doesn't do that. He's alert.
So just connect, right? Or...
Now you can wedge and connect.
Oh, okay.
H17 and connect because he needs a hanging connection at K18. And then you just connect solid. And then you can push again to connect to the right.
Okay.
So pretty soon you see how 06 will build a lot in that middle. Oh, he played wrong.
I see.
You gotta push L15. If you don't, he will turn immediately. At least I would as black.
Yeah, I was already about to click it, so.
Oh, that's ambitious.
Does that Hane work?
It's risky.
I would cut immediately,
Yeah,
because even if he
cut,
Ataris me down. Yeah.
If you Atari from N16, you go down, so you're fine. But he plays that one, and you can still go down M17.
Yeah. Insente, yeah.
Yeah.
And after that, like a move like L12, probably?
Yeah, now you gotta fight in the middle and try to catch those two stones. L12 may be a bit too far, because if you play L12, he will play K14, and you can't cut him.
Right.
So it's either L13 or K13.
Let's do L13, I
Yeah.
guess.
The idea is to push those two stones towards the wall on the right and try to be one step ahead. And even if you don't catch those two, you become strong enough to build a lot on the left side. So when you attack groups like that, you need to have two plans: either kill or build something while attacking. If you don't manage to do any of those, it's a failure.
And can I Hane?
Mm,
No.
we can calculate. Why not? Let's see. Hane, he push, Atari. It's interesting. But if you're lazy to read that out, you just Nobi.
Yeah, I think the Nobi is better.
The shape looks okay with Nobi. But you don't want to let him too loose either, so...
Right. And now black can't really jump or anything.
He can try some Keima, like N11.
Oh yeah, I see.
But then maybe you surround everything with M10. Try to kill all. He doesn't have a base and he doesn't have too much room to make eyes inside, so...
Right, and not a lot of forcing moves
Yeah,
either.
this Keima seems natural. But you want to be one step ahead, so... That's also a natural move. Maybe he keeps jumping till he hits 06 and then he dies because of 06. So 06 works 50 moves later in the game.
06 was an amazing
Yeah.
move.
It's the most brilliant move this game. No, it's
actually,
not.
yeah,
It's
in
not
this situation,
yeah. It's a fancy move,
Tiger's
but
Mouth, then he'd have a forcing at P.
yeah,
P6.
if you play Tiger Mouth Q7, then he goes P6, you connect, and then he goes P4. Your Moy on the right side is going to be limited. Like that, it's expanding.
Gotcha.
But sometimes moves like 06 can just lose a game for you because they are hard to control. Nobi or Hane? Nobi, huh?
Yeah.
And if you look at the left side, that starts to become a giant Moyo. 200 points to builder. And maybe on the right you gotta play, but it's his turn. You need a move like O13 or O14.
All right, and that preps the cut, so it'll be kind of a center.
But he can try R10 now, which feels a bit desperate. Or maybe he'll push again. We'll see. Or he can think about P14 to threaten the cut in the top and make some eye shape and destroy eye shape.
Right.
P14 it's an eye stealing Testuji move. How you defend to P14? Yeah, this push is normal.
You can attach on the outside like P13.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
one
it
way.
works. But actually, it's probably better to play just Q14 so you don't give him eye shape with that.
Oh yeah.
Now
Fair
you
enough.
can Hane or Nobi or jump. What to do?
I would probably Hane in this situation.
If you Hane, he will Hane, and then you have to block or to Nobi.
Extend. Right.
No. I think you should just Nobi. It's safer.
Okay.
Because if he jumps
Makes
N7, you
sense.
push through and cut. And if he pushes again, when you block or Nobi, the left side, it's more and more white. It's like you're building Antarctica there. He has to try R10 or P14, otherwise he just dies inside without any hope. Yeah, he does. He's a very strong 8Q plus.
Just you said Q13?
No, Q14. I think if you play P13, okay, he will push Q14, then when you block he goes Atari and he pulls back and you die in the top.
Gotcha. That's what I thought, and then I misremembered. I'm like, that doesn't look right.
Oh, now that's a problem for him, because you can Hane. And if he cuts, you kill him. Yeah, P13, now P13 right? Is good to resist.
Yep.
And when he plays the Hane, you can Nobi, and that gives you nice shape, and he still can't cut you. Push one more. Same thing. If he tries to connect, it doesn't work.
Oh, now I should connect.
Try yeah. O15.
Oh.
See why? Because it still doesn't work for him to cut. He puts himself.
Oh, right.
And it also destroys his potential eye.
Makes sense.
Well, it's not a big difference in fact, because you could play Q15 and then Atari, or if he goes O15, you Atari N15. Either way, it's fine. What to do if he tries R10?
R10, what would I do?
How to counter that? But if he doesn't, he's hopeless. And even if he does, it's difficult for him.
My first instinct is S8, but can he connect to the top then?
S8? But yeah, if you play S8, he will bump R11, then you need to Nobi up or down, and then he will jump P10. So he will connect that group, and you're surrounded with the top.
Gotcha.
This turn you just block. No other move. You need to find a move to try to connect your group somehow. So maybe an attach at Q10 or an attach at S10.
Yeah,
here come. Or you can think about something like P10. Because if you play one of the attaches, maybe it gives him eye shape, but it's only one eye. So you have to consider moves like Q10, S10, or P10.
S10 lets me connect.
But S10 also helps him a little bit.
Yep.
And if you play Q10, he will Hane one way or the other. But then you go out, he connects, you turn. You gotta read out what happens when Q10 and what happens when P10. When P10, he can try Q11 or Q9 or attach and you go down and then you cut him and you have more liberties. So yeah, one of these moves, P10 or Q10. Your choice.
Let's try Q10.
Okay, you're gambling.
I do that.
But I feel he will collapse soon, so it's okay. Smart. Let's see here. You have to go up or cut and Atari and Atari and Atari again. Oh, and if you got, he turns. If you push, he turns. If you block, he Atari. If you connect, he takes. So the options are cut or Nobi. Nobi meaning P10. How about N8? N8 for who?
I feel like the cut is more severe. I
Uh,
don't really get trapped.
yeah, cut is good, but it also gives him
Yep.
some eye shape, kind of. That P10, it's not a problem with the elephant eye, because if he jumps Q11, you can go on top of P11 and even sacrifice a couple of stones and kill the dragon in the middle. You just want to kill the big fish. Now, oh, you play that way. Maybe this was a little bit quick. You could, but
Okay.
it's possible, I guess. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, you kill him faster. I thought you would just play R11 and connect under, and then even if he captures one stone,
Okay.
it's only like half an eye or a ko. But this works too, luckily, because if he goes up, you cut and then you turn. And if he connects, you turn
Mm-hmm.
P11. This is the kind of position where you need to spend some time to be sure that the sequence works as you like, and you win the game here. So it's a critical moment of the game. If you rush, you can mess it up. But now it's okay. He will go down, then you turn P9 and he just collapses. Because he can't really, well, he can try some monkey jump, but he doesn't have enough liberties to fight the semi with the top group.
Right.
And if he tries to connect on the right side, playing S9, you push and you throw in. Okay, so now, oh wait, there's
Now
another
turn.
way. Ponk, ponk, ponk. Yeah, take the stone, but there's another option. You could go S11 to prevent the monkey jump. He can play now T11 or T13. That can be a little problem. Or maybe he tries S13 to cheat you, and that doesn't work because you go Q12 and then you block him S11. Yeah, you have many liberties, so you're fine. I wonder if he sees T11 or T13 to connect on the right. Because if he goes S9, it
Oh,
doesn't
I bet
work.
he does.
Oh, he
Huh?
plays that? Now that's really strange.
This,
Take,
so I should just play
yeah,
S11.
take the
Yeah.
two stones, right. So now he died without compensation. This is called Muchikomi. Play inside your opponent to make it bigger. Nice guy. Alright, then connect R13 to make more points. So now you're building all the moyo on the right side turn into territory. And
Yep.
because of the wall in the middle, you're probably going to build a lot on the left side too.
Yep.
Or middle left. So that's how you gotta win when you play cosmic style. When your opponent tries to destroy a moyo, you just kill it. Kill him inside, and that's it.
Sometimes easier said than done.
Most of the time easier said than done. I wonder what he tries next. Or maybe just resign.
Yeah, he might just
Oh, okay.
invade the left.
Doesn't feel
I can
like
just
an
block,
invasion
yeah.
yet. Just block, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe now he plays some confusing move at age 14.
Hmm.
But that doesn't work.
Looking to escape. Yeah.
No way to escape around her. But if he plays age 14 and you don't pay attention, when he cuts J15, you need to connect the 4 stones and then he can Atari and connect. So it's risky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if he plays J14, I would probably just connect K15 solid. Maybe there's a better way. Tiger's Mouth on the right, I guess, is better.
Wow, he got you right away. Let's see.
Atari?
Atari from? You mean Atari ladder?
Yeah, Atari ladder.
Yeah. It's good.
J14.
P10. Now keep Ataring him. And you can go several more Ataris from G line. I mean 13 line. G, F, and E13.
Yeah, he'll probably take K14 now, right?
It doesn't work. You have two ways to react. One is to play Atari on the right, L14, and when he captures you, Atari from behind, G14. So he's still in Dame Tsumari. And you can also take directly, and when he plays Atari, you connect. When he tries to go out, you net him. But it's better to take away the liberty at L14 and Atari again. Yep. That's why, if he goes out again at G14, it's better to play G13 instead of F14. Because if you play F14, he goes out again, you block, then Atari. But anyway, he'll die inside, so I'm trying to think too sophisticated, maybe. And it's not the case. So I think I let you be the guy from here by yourself. So we don't get reported. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Huh?
Yep. Thank you so much for the lesson. I really appreciate it. Yep,
ciao,
take
ciao.
Care. Bye. And as I like to remind everyone, be sure to support Cornel. He is streaming more regularly lately. He will likely have a stream tomorrow. And then he's also streaming with Hanail on Friday. And yeah, be sure to support both of those events. They should be very cool events. And if you are interested in taking lessons from Cornel, you can see his information on the left-hand side of the screen. It's Twitch Cornel Go, or IGS and KGS as Cornel, also TaiGem. Yeah, his lessons are very reasonable, very insightful. I learned a lot, and I've been improving quite a bit since I've started taking lessons, so it's been really helpful. For me, I'm a little bit older student, so it takes me a little longer to learn things quickly and to really grasp new concepts, but I'm getting there, and he's really a really patient teacher, as you've been able to see. So yeah, be sure to connect with him if you're interested in lessons.